Welcome to my YouTube channel and to my train room. For today's project I'm going to correct something that has always been a bit disappointing to me. I'm talking about my Digitrax PM42 power manager and auto reversing controller. Although it does the job of breaking the layout into 4 sections, the auto reversing has never really been that satisfactory. There's always been a hesitation as a locomotive crosses from one section to the next. So today I'm going to insert a different manufacturer's auto reverser into the layout. So let me get the camera turned around and let's get to work. Well, here is the circuit board, the dual frog juicer from Tam Valley. I got this on eBay. I think it was about 20 bucks, but I can't remember exactly. Maybe it's 25. Here is my power district manager. There's a circuit board from Digitrax that divides my layout into 4 sections. I've actually divided it into 5. The idea being that sections 3 and 4 are on the same power breaker. Section 5 is the one that needs the reversing section. Originally I had 1 and 2 separated. District 1 is my staging yard, District 2 is the town of Centerville, 3 is the town of Eastleigh, the high level, Section 4 is the low level, the port trackage, Section 5 is the Y-tail reversing section. You'll see I've used black and white wires for the first 4 sections and black and blue for section 5 to remind me that it's a reverser. So that's where the frog juicer is going. If you notice from here, I've got sections 1 and 2 wired into the same output. That's because section 1 failed. I think that's a fault with the board. It seemed to do that every time I went in and modified the factory settings to allow for the reverser. As soon as I did that, section 1 would fail, so I've wired them together. Hopefully, once I've got this frog juicer installed, I can go back to factory settings and then use all 4 sections instead of just the 3. Also, when I do that, I can join sections 3 and 5 together, which is a far more logical division of the layout. So my goal is to just build a platform up here where I can put this. Actually that way round, because these are the frog outputs, that's the power input. And then I will just take these blue and black wires, plug those into the frog juicer and take more wires from the outputs to these 2 here. That is the track feeds. It has these very small holes in the corner. These are the thinnest long screws I've been able to find. Hopefully they will go through the corner holes. The number 6s, I was looking for number 4s, and they don't go through. I think if I try to open out the holes I'm going to break it, so I'm not going to be able to use those. Let me see what else I've got. Okay, well I found a container of number 4 by 3/4 inch wood screws, and these will go through, so I can use those. What I'm going to have to do is add legs to the mounting point so that I can jack it further up. What I'm going to have to do is push some of these wires aside, add some vertical legs here that lift it far enough from my plywood so that I can get it in with short screws. So let me work on that and I'll be right back. Well, my first mounting bracket didn't work, so I made this one out of styrene. And I've attached it with 4 small screws in the corners, so it's fairly secure. There's a jumper here in this corner that needs to be shorted out to use it as the reversing section, because that will cause both rails to always have opposite polarity. So when I mounted the first bracket, I couldn't get the drill in at anything like a reasonable angle. So this one allows me to have angled holes. one. Alright, that is now securely mounted. So what I need to do now is take the blue and the black and screw them in there. Take additional wires from these connectors to those two, and then I'm in business. But what I'm also going to do is set it up so that I've got sections 3 and 5 together instead of 3 and 4 together, because it's more logical that way. So these two are logically one section anyway. The reason I split them is for the reversing. So let me go away and make those modifications, and I'll be right back. Well, I have a locomotive standing ready. Time to test it. Now before, when I was using the PM42, I got some hesitation at this point here. That is now running over the reversing section absolutely flawlessly. Alright, now to run over the other joint, just in front of the pilot now. Once again, no hesitation. Well, that seems to have been successful. I haven't yet returned the PM42 to factory settings, which I will ultimately do. Hopefully then I will be able to get around the other problem that I've been having, that of section 1 failing as soon as the board is no longer at default settings. So at the moment I've been having to use it as a 3-section manager instead of a 4-section. That's all for this week. Hope to see you again next week. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.